Imagine standing in an open field with nothing but the clothes on your back and the dreams in your heart. This was where I found myself many years ago. Not literally, of course, but metaphorically. It was a place where the horizon was as wide as it was daunting. Yet it was from this very spot that I learned one of life's most valuable lessons. It's not our conditions, but our decisions that shape our destiny. How many of you have felt, at some point in your life, that the place you started from was a million miles away from where you wanted to be? Yet here you are, testament to the fact that where we start does not dictate where we end. You see, transformation is not just about wealth. That's merely a part of it. It's about altering our very approach to life, our decisions, our actions, and yes, our mindset. Have you ever asked yourself, what is it that truly separates those who achieve their dreams from those who don't? The answer is simpler than you might think. It's the willingness to change. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Change is a daunting word. It implies challenge, effort, and the unknown. But let me ask you this. What is more daunting? It's the prospect of change, or the certainty of staying exactly where you are now, with your dreams just as far away tomorrow as they were yesterday. The answer to that question is what sets the achievers apart. They choose to embrace the uncertainty of change over the comfort of stagnation. So, as we begin this journey together tonight, I want you to think about where you stand in your own open field. Look around you, not with eyes that see limitations, but with a vision that sees possibilities. For it is from this place that your transformation will begin. Not with a sudden windfall or a stroke of luck, but with the decision to change your mindset and take action towards the life you've always dreamed of. Remember, the path to transformation is not a sprint. It's a marathon, and every step you take, no matter how small, is a step away from where you were and a step closer to where you want to be. So, as we move forward together tonight, let's keep our minds open to the lessons we can learn, the changes we can embrace, and the actions we can take to turn our dreams into reality. In the vast mosaic of life, we each stand in our unique plot of soil. It's here in this very spot where the seeds of our future begin to take root. Consider for a moment the life of a farmer. He doesn't yearn for the soil beyond his reach. He nurtures the ground beneath his feet. He knows that with care, diligence, and respect for the seasons. Even the most stubborn soil can yield a bountiful harvest. This, my friends, is where our journey begins. Not in wishing for a different plot of soil, but in nurturing the one we stand on. Now, I invite you to take a moment and reflect on your own plot of life. It might seem barren and neglected, perhaps a little rocky or parched, but it is yours. It holds the potential for growth, for transformation, for a harvest beyond what your eyes can see. The first step toward reaping this harvest is acceptance. Accepting where you are today with all its limitations and opportunities is like acknowledging the soil you have to work with. It's from this place of acceptance that the power to change begins to stir. Let's delve a little deeper, shall we? Consider the resources at your disposal, however meager they may seem. These are your seeds, your tools, your first steps towards cultivation. A kind word, a listening ear, a talent for organization. No contribution is too small in the economy of change. Have you ever paused to truly think about the resources you're underutilizing in your life? What skills, what talents, what passions lie dormant, waiting for the day you decide to bring them to light? And as we ponder our resources, let's not forget the profound power of gratitude. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. It makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. So I ask you, what are you grateful for? What aspects of your life, no matter how small, can you give thanks for? Now think of your life as that plot of soil once again. Each act of gratitude is like a raindrop, nourishing the ground, making it fertile for the seeds you're about to plant. Your resources, those you've acknowledged and those you've yet to discover, are the seeds of your future. But they need the nurturing rain of gratitude to break through the soil and reach towards the sun. With acceptance comes the power to change. Accepting where you are doesn't mean you resign yourself to stay in there. Quite the opposite. It means you're standing firm, ready to write the next chapter. You see the soil under your feet, the resources in your hand, and the gratitude in your heart are the beginnings of a journey, not just toward change, but toward transformation. So as we stand here together at the starting point of our journey, let's commit to embracing our current situations. Let's look down at our soul, not with disdain, but with determination, ready to plant the seeds of our future, nourished by gratitude and driven by the unwavering belief that change is not only possible but within our grasp. With acceptance comes the power to change, and nestled within this power is a key component that shapes the very essence of our being and the world we create around us. This component, this vital bedrock, is our philosophy. You see, the lens through which we view the world, our philosophy, dictates every action we take and molds the results we achieve. It is here, in the realm of thought and belief, that the seeds of change begin to sprout. Let's consider for a moment the vast expanse of the universe and how your own view of this universe influences your path in life. If you see the world as a place of scarcity, your actions will be driven by fear, by a need to hoard and protect. But if you adopt a philosophy of abundance, your actions will be driven by generosity, by a belief that there is enough for everyone. How do you view the world? And how is this view shaping your actions? The philosophy of growth and learning suggests that we're never static, never stuck in one place, unless we choose to be. It tells us that every experience, good or bad, is a stepping stone towards the person we wish to become. Have you ever faced a setback and thought to yourself, this is it, I can't go on? Now, I ask you to reflect on that moment and see it through the lens of growth. What did you learn? How did it shape you? And most importantly, how did it prepare you for future challenges? Embracing a philosophy of learning means recognizing that every day is an opportunity to learn something new about ourselves, about others, and about the world around us. It means understanding that the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey, one that enriches our souls and expands our minds. What are you curious about? What drives you to learn, to explore, to expand your horizons? And then there's the philosophy of abundance, a belief that the universe is overflowing with opportunities, with love, with chances to make a difference. This philosophy encourages us to give freely, to love openly, and to approach life with a sense of hope and optimism. Now it teaches us that by giving, we receive. By teaching, we learn, and by forgiving, we find peace. How does adopting an abundance mindset change the way you approach your day, your relationships, and your goals? But let's not shy away from the uncomfortable questions, the ones that challenge our very foundation. How do you define success? Is it by the accumulation of wealth, the accolades, the visible markers of achievement? Or is it something deeper, something more intrinsic like the joy of pursuit, the satisfaction of growth, or the peace of knowing you've lived true to your values? And what a failure. Is it a signal to stop, a mark of disgrace, or is it perhaps one of life's greatest teachers? How many times have you stumbled only to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined? Your philosophy on success and failure shapes not just your actions, but the very outcome of your life's. So, as we navigate the waters of change, let us anchor ourselves to a philosophy that uplifts, that empowers, and that guides us towards the light, even in the darkest of times. Let us choose a philosophy of growth, of learning, and of abundance. For it is in the richness of our beliefs that we find the strength to change, to adapt, and to overcome. And it is here in the garden of our thoughts that the seeds of transformation are nurtured, ready to blossom into a life of purpose, meaning, and joy. As we move forward, let these questions not weigh heavily upon you, but serve as beacons guiding you towards a deeper understanding of who you are and who you wish to become. And remember, in the grand mosaic of life, your philosophy is the thread that colors the world around you, shaping your destiny in ways you can only begin to imagine. A strong foundation in philosophy indeed paves the way for the strategies that transform lives. It's like preparing the soil before planting. It's crucial for growth. But what do we plant in this well-prepared soil? It's the seeds of education and self-improvement. It's an investment, not of money, but of something far more valuable, your time and your will to grow. Let's consider for a moment the greatest investment you can make. It's not in stocks, real estate, or even gold. The greatest investment you can make is in yourself. The pursuit of knowledge, skills, and personal development pays dividends far beyond anything the stock market can offer. It's an investment that never depreciates, never crashes, and always yields a return. I remember a time when the pursuit of knowledge led me to a simple book. This wasn't just any book. It was a beacon that illuminated the path of personal growth. Through its pages, I learned that the value of a book isn't just in the paper it's printed on, but in the ideas it plants in the fertile ground of our minds. It taught me that one idea, one new piece of knowledge, can act as a catalyst, setting off a chain reaction that can transform every area of your life. Learning from mentors, both in person and through their written words, has been like finding a treasure map that guides you through the uncharted territories of life. These guides have shown me that the journey of self-improvement is not a sprint, but a marathon, where each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. They've shown me that wisdom is not the product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Let's talk about the compounding effect of knowledge and skills over time. Just as a small amount of money invested wisely grows over years into a fortune, so too does the investment in your education and abilities. Each book read, each new skill learned, each piece of wisdom gained adds to your arsenal, making you more capable, more resourceful, and more impactful in everything you do. Where invites you to ponder a question. Where in your life could a small investment in learning yield significant returns? Could it be in mastering the art of communication, enhancing your understanding of financial management, or perhaps in learning a new skill that complements your passions and interests? The arenas are countless, and the potential for growth is infinite. Education and self-improvement are not confined to the walls of a classroom. They are found in every experience, every challenge, and every moment of introspection. They are in the conversations we have, the relationships we nurture, and in the quiet moments when we reflect on who we are and who we wish to become. It's this journey of continual learning. And self-improvement is not always an easy one. It requires dedication, discipline, and a willingness to step out of our comfort zones. But it is in this journey that we find our true strength, our true potential. As we navigate this path, let us carry with us the understanding that the investment in our growth is the most generous gift we can give to ourselves, and, by extension, to those around us. For as we elevate ourselves, we elevate our world. So let us embrace this journey with open hearts and minds, ready to learn, ready to grow, and ready to transform our lives in ways we never thought possible. And remember, the only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Let us move forward with a clear faith in our potential and a steadfast commitment to the pursuit of knowledge and self-improvement. As we continue on this journey, armed with knowledge and the wisdom to apply it, we must turn our attention to a crucial element that acts as the bridge between potential and reality. This element, my friends, is our attitude. It's the lens through which we view the world, the filter for our experiences, and the foundation upon which we build our actions. An attitude rooted in positivity and possibility can be the catalyst for action, transforming obstacles into opportunities and challenges into stepping stones. Let me share a story that perfectly illustrates the power of attitude. There was a person, much like any of us here, who faced a mountain of challenges. This mountain seemed insurmountable, a barrier to dreams and aspirations. Yet, instead of seeing this mountain as an obstacle, they chose to view it as an opportunity, a chance to climb higher, to push beyond limits, and to reach new heights. With each step taken up that mountain, with each moment of struggle, their positive attitude was like a beacon of light, guiding them forward. And what was once seen as a barrier became the path to breakthroughs they never imagined possible. This story is a testament to the fact that our attitude determines not just how we face challenges, but how we overcome them. It's about seeing the potential for growth in every difficulty and the opportunity for learning in every setback. How could a shift in your attitude transform your approach to the obstacles in your life? Could you, like the climber, see your mountains not as barriers, but as opportunities to rise? A positive attitude is not about ignoring life's difficulties. It's about facing them with courage, resilience, and a belief in your own strengths. It's about replacing I can't with I can, it's impossible with let's make it possible. It's this shift in perspective that opens doors, that turns dreams into actions, and that ultimately leads to breakthroughs that once seemed out of reach. Let me share another example. There was a time when the goal I sought seemed as distant as the stars in the sky. Every step forward was met with setbacks that threatened to extinguish the flame of hope. Yet it was my attitude, the unwavering belief that every effort brings us closer to our dreams, that kept that flame alive. And in time, what once seemed impossible became my reality. This experience taught me that our attitude is the fuel for our journey towards success. It is what keeps us moving forward, even when the path is obscured by the fog of uncertainty. So I challenge you to look at the obstacles in your life through a new lens. Consider how a change in attitude could illuminate paths you never saw before. Think about how adopting a mindset of growth and possibility could transform the way you navigate challenges. Remember, the greatest battles we face are often not in the world around us, but within ourselves. Our attitude is the fortress we build to protect our dreams, our aspirations, and our potential. It is the catalyst for action, the spark that ignites the fire of change. As we move forward, let us cultivate an attitude that embraces challenges as opportunities for growth, That sees the possibility in every difficulty, and that approaches life with a heart full of hope and a spirit ready to take on the world. For it is with this attitude that we can turn our knowledge into action, our dreams into realities, and our lives into masterpieces of our own making. Let us not underestimate the power of our attitude. It is the compass that guides us, the wind that propels us forward, and the light that illuminates the path to our greatest achievements. So, let us embrace this journey with an attitude that reflects the best of who we are and all that we aspire to be. In this grand journey of transformation, we've explored the fertile grounds of acceptance, the sturdy pillars of philosophy, the boundless territory of education and self-improvement, and the guiding light of a positive attitude. Now we stand at the precipice of realization, gazing out at the horizon where dreams begin to take shape in the tangible world. This vista before us, where aspirations become achievements, is accessed by a singular, steadfast bridge action. They're this dreams, no matter how vivid or compelling, remain ethereal without the touchstone of action. They float in the realm of possibility, untethered to the world of reality. The difference between a dreamer and a doer lies in this critical step. Action is the translation of thoughts into reality, the manifestation of the unseen into the seen. It's where the rubber meets the road, where philosophy meets practice. It's the concept of disciplined action. Daily habits and the law of averages isn't just a strategy. It's a way of life. Disciplined action is about more than just doing. It's about doing with purpose, with consistency, and with an eye toward growth. It's about aligning your actions with your values, your goals, and your vision for the future. It's the small steps taken day after day that build the path to success. Now, think about your daily habits. These are the threads that weave the tapestry of your life. Each habit, no matter how small, is a building block in the structure of your future. What habits are laying the foundation for the life you want to live? Are they actions that propel you forward, or are they keeping you anchored in place? And let's talk about the law of averages. This principle tells us that over time, our results will reflect the average of our efforts. If you take action toward your goals every day, even if it's just a small step, you're tipping the scales in your favor. Consistency compounds, much like interest in a savings account, and the small actions you take today will accumulate into significant achievements over time. I pose this question to you. What small action can you start taking today towards your goals? It doesn't need to be monumental. It could be as simple as reading a page of a book that enlightens your mind, writing a single paragraph of that project you've been dreaming about, or walking a single mile towards a healthier life. What matters is that you take that step and then take another, building momentum with each action. Remember, action is the bridge between the possible and the actual. It's the process through which the invisible becomes visible, where dreams materialize into accomplishments. It is the act of bringing into being what once existed only in the ether of thought. As we journey forward, let us commit to disciplined action. Let us cultivate daily habits that align with our highest aspirations, and let us remember the law of averages, knowing that our consistent efforts will indeed shape our destiny. Let this be the day you take that small, yet significant step towards your dreams, for in the realm of action there is no effort too small, no step too insignificant. Every action taken in pursuit of your dreams is a declaration of your commitment to making them a reality. So, let us not delay. Let the power of action illuminate your path, transforming the ethereal into the tangible, the dream into reality. Let your actions today be the seeds from which your future blossom. For in the garden of life, it is not merely what we dream that bears fruit, but what we do. It's their action indeed. Brings results, carving the path from where we are to where we aspire to be. But there's a companion to action, equally crucial on this journey of transformation, reflection. Reflection is the mirror. We hold up to our experiences, allowing us to see clearly the contours of our progress, to understand what works and what doesn't. It is in this introspective state that we find the wisdom to adapt, to grow, and to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of life. Let's consider for a moment the process of learning to walk, where it's a series of actions, attempts, falls, and adjustments. Each step taken, each stumble is an opportunity for reflection. What propelled us forward? What caused us to falter? In our personal and professional lives, this cycle of action and reflection is continuous. It's the rhythm of growth. It's reflecting on past experiences. We can ask ourselves, what have these moments taught me? How have they shaped the decisions I make today? This isn't about dwelling in the past, but about mining it for the valuable lessons it holds. Every success and every misstep is a chapter in the textbook of our lives, offering insights and strategies for moving forward. Adapting strategies based on feedback from our actions is akin to navigating by the stars, adjusting our course as the winds of circumstance shift. It requires a keen awareness of our goals, the flexibility to change course as needed, and the wisdom to know when perseverance is the answer. This adaptability, grounded in reflection, ensures that our actions remain aligned with our aspirations, even as the terrain beneath our feet changes. I encourage you to think about your own past experiences. How can they inform your journey ahead? And how can the lessons learned illuminate the steps you'll take tomorrow? Reflection is not a passive act, but an active, dynamic process that fuels adaptation and growth. It's the quiet before the leap, the breath before the word, the thought before the action. As we move forward, let us embrace reflection as a tool for continuous growth. Let us be diligent in our actions, yes, but also thoughtful in our reflections. This balance between doing and contemplating is where true wisdom is found. It's where we learn to dance with change, to mold it to our will, and to see every challenge not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. So, as we stand at this juncture, looking back on the path we've traveled and ahead to the journey still before us, let's commit to a practice of reflection and adaptation. Let's vow to learn from every step, every leap, and every stumble. For it is through this continual process of action, reflection, and adaptation that we forge the lives we dream of. Lives marked not just by achievement, but by the richness of growth, the depth of understanding, and the joy of the journey itself. Remember that the path of continuous growth is not a straight line, but a spiral with each cycle of action, and reflection bringing us closer to our truest selves and our highest aspirations. Let this be your guiding principle: to act with purpose, reflect with honesty, and adapt with courage. For in this, you will find not only the fulfillment of your goals, but the realization of your potential, the essence of your being, and the true measure of your success. As we draw the curtains on our time together, let us take a moment to reflect on the journey we've started. From the humble beginnings, where we stand in the soul of our current circumstances, through the cultivation of a growth-minded philosophy, the investment in our own education and self-improvement, to the pivotal role of attitude and the critical step of action, culminating in the art of reflection and adaptation. This journey, my friends, from starting with little to achieving great success, is a testament to the path of continuous growth, learning, and adaptation. It's a path that each of us can start today. I urge you, as you step out into the night and back into the embrace of your lives, to take that first step, no matter how small, towards your transformation. It could be as simple as jotting down a goal before you sleep tonight, picking up a book that sparks new thoughts, or making a decision that tomorrow you will begin anew. Remember, the mightiest of oaks was once a tiny acorn that stood its ground. Let this be your call to action, not just a moment of inspiration, but a lifetime of transformation. The journey from where you stand now to where you dream to be is yours to make. It's paved with the bricks of daily actions, the milestones of your achievements, and the guideposts of your reflections. And as we part ways, remember this journey from broke to millionaire is not solely about the accumulation of financial wealth. It's about enriching your life and, by extension, the lives of those around you. It's about finding richness in your relationships, wealth in your well-being, and abundance in your ability to contribute to the world. It's about crafting a life that's not measured by the balance in your bank account, but by the balance in your heart, the depth of your character, and the breadth of your compassion. This journey, then, is about far more than personal success. It's about creating a legacy, a ripple effect that touches the lives of others and makes the world a better place. So let us not just aim to be millionaires in wealth, but millionaires in kindness, in courage, in love, and in impact. As you go forth from here, carry with you the knowledge that the path to transformation is lit by the light within you. It's fueled by your actions, guided by your reflections, and enriched by the lives you touch along the way. Start today, and let each step you take be a testament to your commitment to growth, learning, and adaptation.